day. In Houston, Texas. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about story. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers on the ground for Martin a week ago. 23 carries, 79 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Pennington. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Point after try forthcoming. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Martin running right. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath to Martin. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 60 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now it's Watson. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Throwing on 1st down. Pennington is complete to Martin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Pennington. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Martin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Coming right, this is Martin on the toss. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pennington. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Off play action. Pennington the Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Operating from the gun, Pennington. Holmes has got it complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Watson off play action. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's a second down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Well, the catch made by Johnson. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Foster on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass. And
him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pennington. He finds his man, complete. That's Holmes. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll look to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Watson's throw taken in by Miller. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
It'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Pennington. He gets this one to Johnson.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Pennington. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A toss play. This is Martin. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Back to throw. Pennington throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He finds his man, complete. It's Holmes. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. Forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On first down, Pennington. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Looking to throw. Pennington. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. To throw on 2nd down. Pennington. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pennington. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's a second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Watson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 17, Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on third and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd and 2, Pennington. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Pennington. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10. Pennington drops it off to Martin. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go again with Foster. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And a 10th carry here from Martin. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Back to throw. Pennington. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Throwing on 1st down. Pennington. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings and 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Pennington. This is complete to Holmes. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pennington. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pennington.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Again, it's Martin. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 13-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Martin, able to spin free. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Pennington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Watson's throw complete there to Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down carry for Foster. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Foster, he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand off to Foster. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Back to throw. Pennington. And Martin's got it, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Pennington. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And this will have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They keep it in the hands of Foster. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Pennington. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Pennington. Again, it's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On the delay, Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pennington. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Pennington. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 2. Pennington, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20, the 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception, Pennington. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike, check, 59. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. Pennington. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 30.
Delay of game penalty ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Watson. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. New York ready to go again offensively. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd down, Pennington. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Going for a right side here, complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, Pennington. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun handoff now, Foster. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for Houston, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8.